Hello, this is Catherine Watkin of Business from the Heart, and I'm here with Ritu, who's a member of the Business from the Heart membership. Ritu, please start by introducing yourself and your business.
Hi, my name is Ritu. I am a personal branding and website expert. I do websites for therapists that help them stand out online, be found on Google, and fill their schedules with their ideal clients.
Fantastic. And you've been in the membership for about 2.5 years now. Do you want to share where were you at with your business at the point that you joined?
Mhm. So when I joined the membership, I had already been in Catherine's orbit for quite a few years because I was a meditation teacher and I wanted to learn how to sell my meditation courses. When I joined, I was launching a therapy practice and I wanted to do it the right way. So I wanted to follow the stages of the business pathway that Catherine teaches. 2 years later, I'm in a completely different business, but it's still quite closely related.
Yeah. How did that come about that you joined the membership to get support with one business, but you've ended up with a completely different business? Did the membership have some impact on that?
Absolutely. It is completely connected to the membership. So, what happened is I was doing my therapy and I was selling it, and I was going through the natural, bumps in a business. I launched it and it did okay. I followed one of the trainings in the membership, which is about the low hanging fruit. You reach out to your warm network first. I did that and it was going well. The next year, I hit a kind of imposter syndrome bump. The membership helped here. In a mentoring call, I was able to get really solid advice. In another call, I was talking about YouTube and my passion for YouTube. In that process, Catherine, you were able to really help me just ask me some very good questions that helped me to answer for myself that wait, it's actually not the therapy that's lighting me up right now. It's the marketing and the branding that I'm doing for myself. And I'd like to also bring it to others. Through the membership, I got a chance to present my expertise in branding and YouTube. That led me to remembering that I actually have a 12-year-long experience in marketing, working in corporate, which took me all around the world. I was well compensated for that. Instead of rejecting that part of me, I integrated that part of me and I brought it back into my new me as a therapist. And somehow through this personal branding and websites for therapists was born.
Your story is very similar to mine. I embraced and brought in my sales background into my business, and you've embraced and brought in your marketing background, which is amazing. It's been a journey for you, not just starting out with one clear thing and then building a business from it. There's been this journey of actually discovering the right path. But I think what's important is that you discovered the right path by moving. There's a phrase I love, which is you can't correct a vehicle if it's not moving. And for you, you were moving, you were doing things, you were working as a therapist, then you started to teach YouTube, and each part of this process you were in motion, which is how you got the messages and the learnings and followed the breadcrumbs that have brought you to what you're doing today. What do you think is the biggest result or outcome for your business that you can credit directly to being in the membership?
Biggest outcome business wise, I'd say my captivating introduction. I just want to tell anybody who's working on that, give yourself grace. It takes time, but it's going to come. So the captivating introduction is really, really valuable. And the fact that we can practice it, we can keep working on it as a group, like with our friends, because in the membership, you're going to make friends. Even if they're like internet friends, you're going to make friends and they're going to get to know you. And when something isn't quite you, they're going to say, that doesn't sound like you. A captivating introduction wouldn't even be on my radar in the way that it is now if it wasn't for the membership and how much importance you, Catherine, give that one thing. Because other people teach an elevator pitch, the other people teach, a 30-second introduction, whatever, but not distilled down, not to such a crystallized essence as you do, and you don't let us off the hook. You're like, nope, go back and work on it again, put it in the Facebook, get some feedback, try again. And you're not afraid to do that. And that's been very valuable.
Yeah, I'm obsessive about it, aren't I? As if you do not have this piece working, then nothing else is going to be easy. What would you say is the biggest impact of having a clear, captivating introduction? Like, what's the real importance of that for you?
Confidence.
Okay.
I know what I'm about. I can say it with confidence without confusing the other person.
Yes.
Behind each part of that sentence, I have a suite of services to help my client have that thing I'm promising in the captivating introduction. It's the confidence because on the back end, I can back myself up. It's not just words, I can deliver what I'm saying.
And because you know how to so clearly communicate what you do, it
Mhm.
gives you confidence in getting out there into the world to talk about what you do. Great. Did you have any concerns about joining the membership at the time that you did?
I did actually. So when I joined, I had a 3-year-old son and my daughter was 6 months old. And I was thinking to myself, how am I going to find time? I asked you, Catherine, in one of the pre launch calls. I was like, this is my situation. I have a 6-month old. How am I going to find the time? That really was a legitimate concern. I'm glad that I did it anyway because I found time to fit it in and there was no pressure. There's also no pressure that I have to stay in it and I could leave at any point. 2.5 years later, I'm still here. So I go in, consume the content, learn, or ask questions whenever I need and I can fit into my time. And also, I have to say, as I am growing, as my business is growing, my questions are changing. I'm not asking a stage 1 question anymore. I'm asking a stage 2 or stage 3 question, even though I didn't watch every single video sequentially. It's about the fact that it's there. And as I grow, I can go in and pull that resource that matches my current state right now.
Yeah. And what you're talking about there is how I really want to encourage people to use the membership. I always say this is not a course. If you try and follow it like a course, you will just be learning endlessly, but nothing might actually change. I try and encourage people to see it as a library instead. Know where you are on the pathway, know what your next step is, maybe come on a mentoring call, get some direction from me, and then go into that library and take the book off the shelf that you need right now. You'd never go into a library and think, I'm going to start with letter A and I'm going to read every single book in this library. You would die before you got past A, probably. What one thing have you learned as a result of being in the membership that you could share with other business owners to help them with their business journey that might benefit or inspire them in some way?
The one thing I learned from this whole process is taking that first step and putting some skin in the game. For 8 years, I thought I could figure out business by myself for free. So I had a lot of time. I'm very tech savvy. I'm like, no, I'm going to learn. I'm going to watch all the free YouTube videos. I'm going to read the books and figure this out by myself. But then I became a mom and my time became very scarce. My desire to build a lifestyle that matches my vision for the kind of life I want to have means having time for my kids and family, fitting my work around my hours, which are not 9 to 5, it's mom hours. It's a different lifestyle that I wanted to build. That need became stronger and my time got less. I couldn't just figure it out by myself anymore. I knew I wanted to have a bit of structure, a bit of strategy behind getting that business off the ground. It's not just the business, it's the lifestyle that I was after. I wanted the freedom to spend time with my kids when they're awake and design a life that works for me and my family. And at that stage, investing in the strategy, the structure of somebody who's done it before, somebody who's also holds that vision for me. So this is another thing I value about Catherine and this community, us business owners we're quite early stage and there's a lot of mindset stuff that comes along. We're trying to constantly take a step and then take 2 steps back. But Catherine, you haven't given up on us. You're like, keep at it, keep going. And this I really value. What I'd say is take that first step, join the community, because the journey is going to unfold itself one step at a time. You won't know what your next step is until you've taken that first step. For me, I would never have known that I'm going to be sitting here, owner of a branding agency with actual clients, paying my invoices, which is amazing. When I first started, I was struggling to get therapy clients, but I wouldn't be here if I hadn't taken that first step. Take that step, make the commitment, put some skin in the game. That's what I would say to any business owner if they are serious about making their business vision a reality.
Yeah, and you don't get too hung up on exactly how it's all going to look in the future and exactly how you're going to get there, because actually you can't know. The important thing is just take that next step, take that next piece of action that has enabled you, that being willing to just keep moving and then follow the feedback, the internal feedback, the external feedback is what's brought you to where you are today. So beautiful. And also just want to mention the community, because you've mentioned it a couple of times. When you come into a membership like this, it's easy to look at the person leading the membership and think, well, I'm joining to get advice and teaching from this person. But for you, the community and the membership has also had a lot of impact. Can you say a bit more about that?
Yeah. Because of the community and the expert sessions within the membership, I was exposed to other therapists, healers, and program creators. I followed my intuition and I signed up for their programs. These have changed my life. These additional programs and amazing people I never would have known exist. I without the membership have actually changed my life, my personal life, my relationship with my kids, my relationship with my mother. That's a very loaded one. But once I could actually look at that, so much was unblocked in my business and my life, like me stepping into an adult life. I was stuck in this kid mentality for so long until I looked at the stuff with my mother. I wouldn't even have known these amazing people and programs exist if I hadn't been exposed to them within the membership. I call the membership a portal into really amazing people who are providing services and offerings at such a high level of consciousness and service. And because I'm sitting in front of this portal, which is the membership, I can actually access and I don't know, travel through that and kind of grow higher, elevate somehow. I don't know if that makes sense. I got a bit spiritual over there, but that's honest to God the experience that I've had.
You've done some inner healing work and partnered with somebody supporting you in your business.
So with the membership, I've been connected to my mentors. And I've been connected to peers who I'm kind of also getting inspired by, and I've been connected to support. So I've been connected to people, other business owners who can support me at a business level. So I have access to these three levels of support with my business.
And if anyone wants to find more about you and your business, so you do branding and personal branding and websites, including social media branding for therapists.
Mhm.
If anybody wants to find out more about you and the beautiful website and branding work that you do, how can they find out more about you?
You can connect with me on LinkedIn, just search Ritu Riedweg, and on Instagram at Ritu Riedweg. Those are the two places I'm most active. And of course, on my website, rituriedweg.com. You'll see personal branding in action. And that's the most inspiring thing when it comes to branding. You see me doing it for myself, for my business, not just to glorify myself, but in service of my business. That is inspiring to see how your brand can serve your business so your business can serve your clients. It's all about service in the end.
That's beautiful. Thank you. And thank you so much for your time doing this interview. Check out Ritu Riedweg. Check her out online and at rituriedweg.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.